And following with the guides of the Green Forest, we have one boss that we haven't talked about yet, and this is the guide for it. It's TAURAZE, is the big ball that is gonna be slamming us, is gonna be putting HP burn, is gonna be doing a lot of naughty things to us. And in this case, I'm gonna show you how to beat it super easily. You only need one debuff, one buff. I think that's as easy as it gets. It's important that you have these champions in your decks, but if you have them, I'm gonna show you how to beat the boss. So let's have a look at it. Hi, Senda here, and welcome to another raid video where I'm going to show you how to beat one of the bosses from the Green Forest. So let's jump right in, and like I said, it's a very similar boss as many of the other bosses from the Green Forest. You just need to know the strategy, because if you don't, you're going to be smashed. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean, because I'm going to come to find the boss, which I think is here on the top left. Here it is. I've already beaten him with this setup. I mean, you don't need to have these champions. In this case, I think the only thing I cared for was having block debuff. It's also a possibility to do that with freeze, but you don't even need freeze. I mean, the only thing you need to be is stay clear of HP burn. This is the only thing we're afraid of. I mean, if I remove this and I put any other strong champion, for example, let's say I put something like, I mean, I don't have much, but something like this, maybe not HP burn, maybe something like bombs or something like that. This could work. Originally, I thought this could also work. The problem is that the good thing of this guy is that it makes your team immune to HP burn. The problem is that every time an HP burn procs, the boss heals, and you don't want that. So this is one strategy. You can do this and also bring some sort of decrease. I think this could work. Also, it's not the strategy I was going to show you today, but I'm just theory crafting. So basically, every time, see, 22 turns, top one of my clan, I didn't even see it. So you could come here. Basically, each hit has a 50% chance of activating HP burn and decreasing blah blah blah. Then attack all the enemies, places HP burn, which is what we want to avoid, places a counter attack, and basically if the boss has a counter attack and we're constantly hitting it, the boss is going to be constantly hitting us back. But this was one of the issues, like Philstar is turn meter 20% per hit received wherever he's attacked by an enemy without HP burn debuff. This is okay, we can deal with that. But the strategy, I mean, I'll put the champions, we'll do the test, let's do something like this. We'll do the test because basically it's just for you to see the mechanic of the boss if you bring the wrong champion. So you're gonna start having HP burn. Every time you hit the enemy or you hit the boss under an HP burn debuff, the boss is gonna be healing by shitloads of amounts. I mean, you can see this H1. Every time, I mean, this HP healed. Every time an HP burn procs, the boss heals by, what, 500k, 600k? There you go. More than 600k. I mean, it's pretty much impossible to deal with. And we can be cleansing, we can be healing, but no matter what we do, the boss is going to be healing stupid amount. One way to deal with that would be to bring someone that has block healing. For example, instead of this, we could bring maybe Minaya. This would be another strategy. It wasn't the strategy I was going to show you today, because the strategy I was going to show you today is kind of the other way around. We can, let's see if Minaya takes a turn. This hit's not bad. He places block active skills, which is annoying. So in this case, we ideally would want to have something like a cleanse or something like that. The boss places counter attacks. So it would be also interesting to place block debuffs, block buffs. Could also work, but it's not what I was intended to show you. Let's give it a bit more because I want to play some, want to have this A2 ready. Once the A2 is ready, I don't have any revives here, that's a shame. See if I can also cleanse with Donatello, neither. Now Minaya should be ready, unless the boss decides not to. It keeps decreasing my turn meter. Another heal, now he's going to be hitting again. And now it hits again, so it gets very annoying. Now I lost one champion, now this HP burn, so it's a bit of a mess. This probably is another strategy, placing block healing, cleansing, and also on. But what I was going to show you is that you barely only need block debuffs. That's the only thing. Block debuffs on your champions, and you're good to go. One strategy that I originally used was this one with the turtles. Not really sure why, I think I just was lucky with the pick, and in this case I just picked them all 4 because it's a lot of damage. It's not the best because none of these champions have block buff. So if I would be able to play block buffs on the boss wouldn't have counterattack. The good thing of the turtles is that when one hits, every other turtle hits. And the most important thing is never to be able, I'm gonna leave it full auto, is never to have on your champion's HP burn, because if you have HP burn, the boss is going to be healing by a lot, and that's what we want to prevent. We could counter that with, like I mentioned before with Minaya, with block healing, or with healing reduction, I think it's called, but you don't technically need so. I mean, you can stay away as long as you're able to keep your block debuffs on your champions. Cardiel is amazing for that. You can use literally any other champion. You can have some champion that has, here gonna be a bit annoying, maybe Cardiel will cleanse it, because I think the boss is gonna heal by a bit when the HP burn triggers. Counter attack and shield. I think I now have a lot of ally attacks here because of Cardiel A3 and because of the turtles. But let's see. No, I'm already cleansed it, so I'm already on the clear. 1.9 million, my god, Leonardo. But you can see, like, the only thing you need is a champion being able to place consistently block debuffs. I'm not healing necessarily, but Donatello is doing some decent healing. And in terms of damage, I mean, of course, Leo is the massive carry in terms of damage, but there is a lot of different options. You don't need to have these all the turtles. You can get rid of the turtles. You can put literally any other champion. I don't have many options here, but let's put this guy, for example. Essentially, it's the same idea. Block debuffs on whichever champion you have, like this, and the rest of the guys just go on. In this case, I'm just placing bombs. Let's see how much damage the bombs deal. I'm curious. But if you combine these block debuffs, not bad damage. If you combine this block debuff with some block healing on the boss, even easier. But I'm not even seeing that the boss is taking many turns, unless, well, he healed there by a lot, and I think it's because of Marius. Every time Marius takes a turn, for some reason he lost the block debuffs, but every time Marius takes a turn, the boss heals. So this could be probably a problem. Maybe instead of, I can keep probably the rat. The rat could be fine. I can remove, because see, now I'm in trouble. But if I combine it, for example, I think Minaya can be amazing for this, because Minaya is also able to place block debuffs. So I can do a combo with both of them. I can have this, go with this, and Minaya, instead of doing A3, I'm gonna do A2. 1, 2, 3, hits, nothing, I'm protected. Now block healing, and there you go. It should be technically the same strategy, exact same strategy, but now I remove the problem of the boss healing himself, and have two champions able to place block debuffs, Minaya and Cardiel. Like, that depends a lot on what roster or what choices of champions you chose from the very beginning, but you can see there's like different options. I think the boss has also another mechanic. I'm not sure if it's that you can place a freeze, so fills TAURAZE 20% per hit receive. It will not fill TAURAZE turn meter if he is also under freeze debuffs. This is another strategy. You can bring a champion, you freeze the boss, and it acts exactly like any other minion. You freeze, the boss takes a turn, doesn't take the turn because he's frozen, and you can freeze him back. And you can continue freezing him back indefinitely, and like I said, not healing. So you could, for example, if you don't have Minaya or any heal reduction, but you have a freeze, you can also bring it over. It also will work this strategy. The main important thing is block debuffs. Block debuffs completely annihilates, but completely nullifies the boss. It doesn't do anything dangerous. And like I said, the boss is slowly going down. I don't know if Minaya is going to be able to place again the block healing, but you can see that my champions are safe. Now let's decrease the cooldown for some, see if I have it. There you go. Block healing. There you go. I mean, it's very simple if you know the strategy. If you don't know the strategy, the boss is completely gonna smack you. And this is easy because there's a lot of different options. You can bring freeze, like I said, but the main thing is block debuff. So I'm gonna come back at the end of the fight, just so I don't bore you too much. I think I'm done talking everything I need to tell you. And let's go back at the end and see how exactly they did. And I'm back here basically just to show you the end of the fight. Same strategy as we've been doing. Couple of bombs. The boss is about to go down literally in the next turn, pretty much. One AoE attack, or ally attack, sorry, and the boss is down. I mean, it's not the easiest, this strategy, but the good thing is that there is a lot of different variation. There's a lot of different strategies with freeze, without freeze, with block healing, without block healing. you can see maybe in the clan teams different options. I mean, another Cardiel. Here to Hanarak also works really good by cleansing all your time passively. You could use it instead of her some Doom Priest, also she will be able to work. You can cleanse them with Pythion, there's a lot of different options. See, for example here, Freezing and Meteorite, very similar or pretty much the same strategy as we did with Maximus. You only need to be able to, in this case, freeze, or not even that, and constantly placing Smite, and Smite is gonna kill the boss on its own. You can see you don't need top champions, you only need to know the correct strategy to beat this guy. That's all from my side, thanks a lot for watching this video, let me know what you think down there in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.